That's right, guys. We're with Kristen, a personal wellness consultant, right? Or is that what we call you?
Yes, sir.
Okay. What are we making today, Kristen?
Today we're making healthy salmon with vegetables and a mesclun salad because mesclun is in season right now. So it's current for June.
So now's the time for mesclun.
That's exactly right.
Okay, and this is a very light, summery dish, right? What are we cooking with today?
Today we're cooking with extra virgin olive oil, any type of fresh vegetables that may look good or catch your eye when you go out to the supermarket or to the market. And basically we have a wide variety of colors as well. We're going to eat the rainbow today. And so we've got red, purple, orange, green. We're covering all of that as well as the salmon. So, and we're going to do a healthy wrap as well to show what we can use for the next day.
We're going to make a wrap as well. Now,
yes.
Is this some dill we're working with today, actually?
That's right.
Okay.
Some fresh dill.
It smells great. It really does. All the stuff you can buy at a regular store. You don't need to go to a specialty store for it, right?
No, that's right.
Okay. Now, you practice something called Avana?
Yes.
Okay, what is that? It's not a new band or something. What is this exactly?
I do joke that I'm in a band, so it's funny you should mention that. Avana method is a healing technique, and Avana means joy. And so what I do is I work with people on how to find joy in their day-to-day life, the moment-to-moment joy. And I derive joy from cooking and from sharing that with people. And so this is just another avenue for that. So I have a great idea when we were talking about the feathers.
Yeah.
I think we can use some dill in our hair. What do you think instead of the feathers?
Why not?
You think we can make some money on that?
I think so. I'm gonna put a little sprig of dill right here.
There you go. There you go.
There in case I get hungry later.
And so that's what Avana is to bring and incorporate joy into every single day and moment of our life.
And of course, you're talking about joy through food today, obviously.
That's
and
exactly right.
It already smells great right now. When we come back, Kristen's going to have me chopping some things up. We're going to be making some salmon later on, and then a wonderful second helping. And it's all about the joy
That's
today.
right.
All right, back to you guys. Kristen is a personal wellness consultant, and she's getting the burners ready here. We're making a very healthy, but very tasty at the same time, salmon today. And Kristen's got me, we've just basically hollowed out some zucchini,
yes.
right? And all you do to hollow it out, I think you were just showing me, you just take a spoon and kind of scrape it a little bit until it's completely hollowed out, or pretty much hollowed out, right?
Yeah.
So now we're ready to go. You're going to have me chop the zucchini up?
Yes, please.
Like this? Okay.
Perfect. I find that when we're cooking and there's vegetables with seeds, it just makes the vegetables a little bit softer.
Right.
And so I prefer to have them hollowed out, and it seems to keep the cooking a little bit more consistent as well.
And I guess if you're cooking with something that's really spicy, you might want to take some of the seeds out as well, too,
Oh,
right?
absolutely,
So
with the peppers, for sure.
With peppers, right.
For
Okay.
sure. So I'm just going to drop some extra virgin olive oil down in our pans here.
And a lot of people cook with olive oil because it's just a little bit healthier than, cooking with butter, right? It's just
Absolutely.
natural. Okay.
Absolutely.
Okay, now I hope I've done this correctly at least.
Looks perfect.
Okay, you want me to do something with this carrot?
Yes.
Chop it up into
That's
little...
perfect. I had it all set and ready to go for you. I already took the edge off, but these are organic carrots, so there really wasn't a thick skin.
Yeah, now what's the whole advantage cooking with organic?
When we're cooking with organic, there's no pesticides or additional herbicides that are included in the preparation of the food. And so it's very important when we talk organic, if there's a real thick rind or skin on a fruit or a vegetable, the pesticides, oftentimes it's more difficult for it to leach inside.
Oh,
but when you have something thin-skinned, such as a carrot, all of those pesticides go right into the vegetable
Absorb.
itself. That's
Okay.
exactly right. And so that's what we want to try to avoid because it goes right into our cells.
Right, and if it's not natural, your body can't break it down.
That's exactly right.
Okay, we're going to get these vegetables
Why
going.
don't we drop them down in this pan here?
Okay, we're going to drop them down, and Kristen, when we come back, we're going to actually start to get that those two big salmon fillets in the pan, right?
Yes.
That's the next step?
Yes.
All right, eating healthy and enjoying what you eat. That's the key, right?
That is very much the key, yes.
All right, thanks, Kristen, and we'll be right back, guys. We're cooking a nice couple of pieces of salmon here, and it's very healthy, and you are a holistic advisor, basically, I could call you, right?
Yes, that's exactly right. And so part of holistic living is mind, body, and spirit. And so if our mind and our body, this food actually incorporates all of that. And so we're going to talk about the benefits for...
And it smells great, too.
Good.
All right, so we're going to get the salmon in the pan. Now, you told me to put it dill side down.
Yes.
Now, all you've put on the salmon is, what, a little few spices and some dill?
That's right. I did a little bit of garlic pepper.
Okay.
And
garlic
pepper. And then a little bit of the fresh dill, and there's extra virgin olive oil that's been warming in the pan, because now, Joe, what I'm going to have you do is just season this right in the pan. So if you could just grind a little bit on there. See how wonderful and simple. You just do it right in the pan. And I actually think we've got, that's perfect.
You can put as much as you like. I mean, depending on how much seasoning you want. I'm just going to fix my microphone.
Exactly right.
Just slip it down beneath me. There we go. Now everyone can hear me correctly.
And, you know, I try to watch the garlic and be mindful of that. I happen to love garlic, but as you know, talking with people, it's not always the best. So.
No, I basically sleep on the couch if I'm eating garlic that night. So, yeah, we all know how that can be annoying. But you're right. Depends on where you are.
Yes, and so for that, too, we could also balance. We could use a little bit of fresh lemon and to absorb the odor. But in this case, like I said, we're just going to keep it light with the olive oil, or with the garlic. Okay,
now we're also, what were you going to say?
Well, as you can see here, the salmon is starting to get a nice cook on the bottom, and so when we flip it, it's going to have a real nice golden brown on top.
And that's what you want?
Yes. Okay. That's why we did it top side down first, because I also believe in just one flip.
Right, you don't want to mess with it too much.
No, especially with the salmon.
Well, yeah, it's very delicate as it is, but I mean, if I'm even cooking a steak sometimes, I'll start messing around with it, and you shouldn't do that.
No.
It's lesson number one. Don't.
I'm not a judger, but no, you shouldn't do that.
No, it's okay. It's okay
Many
to judge.
years in the kitchen, so.
You got to learn some way. All right, so now we're also making a nice topping for this, right?
That's right, something cool to go with it with fresh.
So we have some vanilla ice cream.
I would love to say yes. This is actually two different types of sour cream. I did a low-fat and a regular just to balance it out. Again, this is about incorporating what you like.
Beautiful.
And we've got some fresh chopped cucumber, fresh chopped red onion, and fresh dill.
Should I start adding them all to it? Okay.
Add it right on in there.
Beautiful. Dill?
Yes.
And red onion
as much as you'd like, or as little.
Or as little?
That's perfect. And then some red onion.
Red onion? Who doesn't? Red onion, that's great. That'll give it a little sweetness, I bet, huh?
That's exactly right. It also gives it that nice oniony without being overwhelming.
Right.
And what we're going to find when we get to our second helping section, what you're going to find is that the next day, the onions are going to be very soft. And so they will take on and absorb, and so they won't be as harsh as the first day.
Great. So they're actually better the next day almost.
Yes, and this can be used as a dressing on the salad, but it's a wonderful accompaniment to the salmon.
I can't wait. It just even looks great.
Well, good. So, Joe, if it's all right with you here, see how
that's the golden brown you were talking about right there.
Yes, you see how beautiful that is?
Looks great. Now, what are we talking? Maybe 3 minutes on each side? Not even, right? I mean, that was pretty quick.
I had the pan good and hot. That is pretty quick. I did. But what I find is that I like my salmon of firmer texture. So I'm more on the well side. As you were talking about steaks, same is true for fish. So the salmon, you can leave it a little bit pink on the inside, where I like it to be the opaque color all the way through. I like it really good and firm. That's just my preference. Okay. So I like a good brown on it.
All right, now real quick, salmon is, we got some vegetables. You're just gonna, those are just in a pan on some low heat right now, right? Yeah. Kind of grilling them up, even though they're in a pan there. They look great. They're getting a little golden brown maybe, but that's
what do you think? And if I may, with the red onions, when you're caramelizing red onions, they prefer to be cooked on a low heat for a longer period of time.
So kind of slow cook the onions.
Yeah, so you see how everything is getting that really nice brown.
Oh yeah, that's looking good. Now you were mentioning to me that the salmon itself, it tastes great. It's good for you. It's good for you because of the fatty acids, right? That's a good source of it, right?
That's right. Essential fat is essential for our diets and for our bodies. That's right. And so not all fat is bad fat, and that's what we find with salmon. It helps balance our hormones, our arteries, our veins, so it's affecting our heart and our circulation.
It's like a natural kind of lubricant for your veins and all that stuff.
That's exactly right, and that's due to the positive omega-3s.
Okay, and obviously you deal with the holistic advice, so you can even take a supplement for that if you wanted to, right?
That's exactly right. And there are several forms that it comes in. One of the main ones we know of is fish oil, of course. So here we have it with the fresh fish.
Yeah, never take a fish oil pill on an empty stomach, because if you tend to burp up a little bit, you might get a really fishy taste.
Yes.
I just grossed everybody out. No, but this is the better way to get your fish oil, I think.
Yes.
All right, so if you can.
Wonderful.
Okay.
And so
this is cooking. How long are we talking in total once we get the fish in the pan? 5, 6 minutes?
Yes, I would even, you could say 10 minutes again, going on the firmer side.
The firmer side, right?
Yes. So I'm going closer to 10 minutes. And Joe, I think our vegetables are
ready.
Are all set. I'm going to turn those off here.
And we're just going to show everybody through the magic of winging it and TV. This is what the finished product looks like. We're going to set it down right here so John can get a nice picture of it. That's what we made today. We're going to make a really wonderful second helping, and that's a wrap.
Oh.
That's a little bit of a hint.
Yes. Say, Joe, we need our dill.
Oh, right. We're going to put the dill on here before we toss to you guys.
Wherever you want to put that is...
Oh, I could put it all over everything, but
there you go.
I'm just going to do that, and maybe some for good measure right there. And I'm going to eat a giant spoonful of this once we're off camera. Hey, welcome back. We're with Kristen in the kitchen this morning. You are a wellness counselor. Thank you so much for cooking some really enjoyable food, good for the soul, good for the body, a little bit of everything today.
Yes,
Made some great salmon. What are we going to do with this for the second helping right now?
We're going to make a salmon wrap.
Okay.
I can't think of anything better the next day than when you have this beautiful salmon than making a delicious
Great when
wrap.
it's cold, too.
That's exactly right.
Okay.
So that would be preferable, is to use the salmon cold. What Joe's going to do is break it up now with his fork. Yeah.
Oh, it just falls apart so easily. There
Yes.
we go. Okay, and that's got all the spices on it that we added to it earlier, so that's going to be great.
Yep, and then we're going to take some of our fresh vegetables.
And these are the grilled vegetables we just put in the pan with a little olive oil, right?
That's
Very simple.
exactly right.
The zucchini is excellent. We were eating that in the break, or I was eating it in the break.
And then if you had some mesclun left over, if you wanted to add some mesclun, you can do that.
Okay.
But why don't we go ahead and add our dill
That's great.
and cucumber sauce.
This is another great sauce. Pretty simple to make, too, right? We just some sour cream.
Cucumbers and red pepper, or red onion, rather.
Look at that. That's awesome. All right. And I will just wrap it up, I guess, huh?
Sure.
It's always fun. Am I doing this right?
However you would eat it is going to be right.
You know what? Yeah, I eat wraps so fast, it doesn't matter.
That's exactly. I'm glad you said that, Joe. That's why we did it.
Now, we were also talking about portion size. Oh, before that, we got some chips, right?
Yes.
Go well with it.
We have this is a blue corn tortilla chip, and these are multi-grain chips that have the flaxseed right in them. So, and these are only about 6 grams of fat per serving.
Great.
So again, it's a wonderful crunch to add with your lunch that you're not sacrificing taste for something that is good.
And you're getting those omega-3s, which is what you said, right?
That's exactly right. Because June I'm really working on brain health because our memories, and it's that time of year we need to regroup and recollect our thoughts. So this is a perfect lunch for that. Joe, would you mind if I went ahead and just cut this open?
You can cut it open because that'll just allow the people in the studio here to eat it a lot quicker.
Oh, wonderful.
We have to thank you so much for coming in today, Kristen. Everything you made here is good. Tasting good, that's the first step, but also really good for you, and we really appreciate that. And as Victoria said, we're starting off healthy this week, but that doesn't mean we're not going to end with a deep fryer. So watch Winging It all week for that.